I was in a conference, they were discussing something very dangerous actually, especially for chartered accountants. They were saying, look, there was a time, when there was manual accounting. So we need a person who knows what is debit, what is credit, how to close, how to, So bookkeeping something, targeting bookkeeping only. We can do programming for it by putting artificial intelligence. Doable. That if you tell certain case logics, like when you call in America, AT&T, the first respondent is not a person, it's a robot, right? So robot, he or she, whatever you call, is trying to answer you through artificial intelligence. I mean, I have an issue, so the system will repeat, I have an issue. You said, I have an issue. If I'm correct, press 1. If I'm incorrect, press 2. Right? So you keep telling artificial intelligence. Same tools can be used in accounting. So why we need bookkeepers? Because in America, we have a lot of bookkeepers. Bookkeeper has great scope. Because very small businesses, only accounting and online tax filing, so it's easy to do it. Even if we want to make a company in America, in Canada, in UK, in maybe 5 minutes you can make a company, right? Sitting here, sometime for our clients, we do all this. That's easy. So see your product design, marketing strategy, financial needs. These 3 are your analytical planning. So this is before the execution of anything. You have to think analytically that how these dimensions are really important. Organizing resources, and then you have to implement, and of course there will be a commercial application. You should give value to your customers. This is really important. If you just want to sell and throw, this is not a good idea now. Even if Apple will do that, they will start losing the sales. If you make a brand, it's more costly to maintain the image of the brand. If you don't make brand, your life is still easy. Because people has no expectation. They will say, okay, there's a mobile of 500 dirhams and there is a mobile for 4,000 dirhams. Right? So why people pay 4,000? There is a brand, there is an image, and there is an impression which we called as value from the customer. So customer give value, he pays whatever you want, right? When we go to say 𝐊𝐻 Jumeirah, you go to JBR, you go to other places, when you are eating, you are paying maybe 3 times more than what you can pay in certain other areas. But you are feeling value. You are looking to the sea. Sea is not doing anything to you, but you are looking to sea, and someone is serving you. Maybe the serving staff is from Russia. Food is, let's assume, continental food. So it start giving you a feel that yes, there is something, and for that they charge maybe 500 dirhams, 700 dirhams. Until the customer feel value, you will get your products sold, your profitability. Once you see, as a CFO, see a decline in your sale, immediately you should hit that there is some issue with the customer values, or a competitor, or a pricing, or a strategy. So we should call a meeting for it, right, with all the heads, and we should explore the ways that what's the issue, because finance guys are the first to know in figures, right, and figures are confidential. Sometime even you have a system, you are using SAP, Oracle, you define the user right. Sales guys don't know what is the last month sale. They just know their sales target. They don't know what is the next guy's target. They just know general things. But actually, finance guys has everything. Customer detail, phone numbers, mobile numbers, last quotation, new quotation. Because last time maybe another guy dealt, he gave another price, so you don't know what is the last price. Finance knows everything, right? So finance figures you are a whistleblower actually. Once there is some issue comes, it should immediately have to be highlighted. So customer values, reward to the employees are really, really important. Why people don't leave Microsoft, Google, or similar size companies? Very hard for them to leave. Why? Because see, the structure is like this. You have trainings, you are going to foreign countries at the cost of the company, right? You are staying there, it's a new exposure. Traveling, meeting different people, going out of country, have training. This is one thing. Second thing is, you don't need to worry about your future because HR knows your future. Suppose if you work in a company, you know that after 3 years, I will be here. After 5 years, I will be here. After 9 years, I will be here. So you are clear about, goal clarity, which we call, or your career path is very defined. And every year you are getting what is a human need is, right? Sometimes companies is approving you for higher education. Engineers, let's go send him for 2 years, right? So these kind of perks and benefits never let you feel that you don't need to look around, right? So reward to the employees is something, this is the core principle that we should know, that motivation of employees are really important, really important. You may be a horse like fast runner, CFO, but if down people are not horses, they are maybe zebras, A zebra is looking like slow and lazy or not motivated. So that's not going to work for you, right? All the levels, because when you open the door of the company, in finance we don't care, we say, okay, this is not our work, right? But a CFO has to think broad. This is his problem, because if finances are not good, the first cut, is who? C-level. C-level is the first cut. So you are not doing anything for anyone. You are doing it for yourself. Because the first cutting we will do is the C-level. We'll take next to you maybe, and we'll ask, okay, can you handle? Straight question. And the guy who is reporting to you, he will say, yes, this is the right time. I listened to this guy and he was using me like I am a beggar, and he was exploiting me, and I was going every day 11 o'clock, he used to go 5 o'clock, So yes, I will take this channel. This is so many times, in the industry we see, and he will say, actually, I am doing, everything, actually. I'm the one, I am doing this, What he does, he comes 10, he forgets that he has a controlling skill, there are controlling skill, there are planning skills which a CFO is giving without involving himself into day-to-day work. Day-to-day work he has allocated to different people, right? But the whom he has allocated, he is not forward thinker, right? So the CFO is a forward thinker. He has allocated, make his life, free. But once the key staff leaves, after a few years, they will sustain, but with another approach and another dimension. So revenue to investor is really important in commercial world. Like, sometime we fund from UAE to countries like Africa, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. So investor put money with what option? is to get a return on investment. Why Middle East investor goes in such countries is the profitability is higher from here, because risk is high. So when you calculate your returns, as per financial management, higher risk, higher returns. In African countries, we are getting 30% return on investment. Some countries we are getting 19%. Here sometime we are getting 7%, 5%. Right? So sometime you go to the less civilized or less, you can say, structured markets to get more revenue out of the investment. So this is also a very important point, because CFO is directly responsible. You are the right hand for the investor. You have to show your skills to them that, look, last year return on investment was this year has become this is your dividend. So they will keep moving with the passage of time. Yeah, satisfaction of founders means the main guys who really invent the model, like Bill Gates. There are a lot of directors in Microsoft. None of one is famous. Bill Gates is only the founding member, but there are a lot of members actually. They were employees, they were really good. Then slowly they convert into partnership model. In America, if you are in Big Four, I think after 17 years, you convert yourself into a director, right? This is how they move. I don't know other countries how they are moving, but in United States, 9 year, 13 year and 17 years total, you are a director, right? This pushes you to keep yourself, but sometime on lower salaries, but for a bigger gain at the end of. So as you make goals clear for your organization, for your staff, for your team, then you will see the results. Okay, so that's why a lot of times CFOs has to go for outsourcing. Rather to employ our own people, we go for outsourcing, or we go for partnerships. We develop partners, because no salary, greater vision, and more progressive approach, right? That's why you can see some Chinese companies all over the world, they are building partnerships. They are saying, okay, we were your suppliers, that's okay, this was an introduction to you, but now let's be partners, let's equity partner, technology partner, or whatever. This is the next level discussion. But all growing companies, they later feel that they should come into a common business partnership. That brings synergy in the business operations.